Hi students, welcome back to the online classes. This is the second session of the chapter playing with magnets. In the previous chapter I have explained in how many different shapes we will get the magnets. So I have brought some magnets for you. So here you can observe this is a bar magnet. And this U-shaped magnet is called as horseshoe magnet. This U-shaped magnet is called horseshoe. So horseshoes will be in the shape of U. So that's why we will call these magnets as horseshoe magnets. So this is the horseshoe magnet, and this is the ring magnet. So I have brought a small magnets only. So these different shapes of magnets will also available in different sizes. If you bring the speakers, if you take out the speakers from the old tape recorder, you can find this much size of ring magnets. You can find large size of ring magnets. So ring magnets will have an empty space at the middle, at the center. It doesn't has any material. So this is a ring magnet. So in such a way, disc magnet will also be there. So the magnets will be available in different shapes. So in the last chapter I was explaining that let us consider a bar magnet. Tie a thread to it. Let us consider a bar magnet. So if you consider a bar magnet, in the laboratory, half of the side will be coated with one color and half of the side is coated with another color. So especially one side will be red color and other side, remaining half will be blue colored. So this is a laboratory magnet. That means to perform some experiments in our lab, we will use a bar magnet. So in that bar magnet, half of the bar magnet is colored with one color, that is red, and remaining half is colored with blue magnet. So there is another bar magnet is also there. It is very small. So half of the bar magnet is colored with blue and remaining half is colored with red. So I will explain it later why it was half, why there are two colors are using it. So here if you observe, two colors are denoting. So I will tie a thread to this bar magnet. So here one side is red, another is blue. If I tie a thread to the bar magnet and freely suspended means I just tied that thread and I was holding like this. So this is my hand. Let us say this is my hand. So I was holding the bar magnet like this. I was tied a thread to the bar magnet. I was holding that. So the bar magnet. So here you can observe red color and blue color. So do you know how many directions are there? There are four directions: east, west, north, south. How can you identify the directions? The side from which the sun arises is called east. So you have to, in order to know the directions, you have to face towards the east. East is the direction from where the sun arises. So this is for example, say this direction as east. For example, say this direction as east. So this is east direction. So sun rising from this side. So to identify the remaining directions, what is the opposite side of the east? Opposite side of the east is west. To identify north and south, just stand in such a way facing towards the east side. Then your left hand side will denote north and right hand side will denote south. Your left hand side will denote north and right hand side will denote south. So this is north and this one is south. So here what are the directions? East, west, north, south. East, west, north, south. These are the directions. Geometric directions. These are the geometric directions. Geographical directions. Geo means earth. The directions on the earth are called what are the directions on the earth? East, west, north, south. Geographical directions. directions. So if you suspend a bar magnet like this, this red color part is always in the aligns in this direction. It aligns means arranging, aligns. It always, if you suspend a bar magnet like this with a thread, with the help of the thread, if you are suspending like this red side, this one of the end is always pointing in this north direction. If you rotate like this, again it will aligns in this direction. So this bar magnet, this particular bar magnet, red part is always showing towards, is always pointing towards north, and blue part of the magnet is always showing towards south. So here the bar magnet is having two ends. It is having two ends. What we call these ends? Poles. We will call these ends as poles. We have explained in the previous class. Yes. So it has two ends. We will call those two ends as poles. So here one pole is always pointing towards north, and another pole is always pointing towards south. So the pole which is towards north, which aligns towards north, which point out towards north is called north pole. We will call it as north pole. And the pole, the end, pole means ends of the magnet. The end which is towards south is called as south pole, is called as south pole. So that's why half of the bar magnet is colored with red and half of the bar magnet is colored with blue. So for the north pole, red colored is given, and for the south pole is denoted with blue color. So let us say, so now onwards, if I draw the diagram of the bar magnet, I will denote the north pole and south pole. North pole, south pole like this. For example, if a horseshoe magnet is there, horseshoe magnet is south pole, north pole. If you observe here, you can find the S letter at the edge and N. So this is the blue colored part is south pole and this is north pole. So one is south and another one is north. So every bar magnet is having two ends. We will call these two ends as poles. We will call these two ends as poles, and the pole which is pointing always towards north, when you suspended it freely, this pole, this end is always pointing towards north. That's why we will call this as north pole. If you are suspending freely, this end is always pointing towards south. That's why we will call this end as south pole. So here what you have observed is, when you suspend a magnet freely, when a magnet is suspended freely, when a magnet is suspended freely, it aligns means it is arranging itself. I am not arranging the magnet, I was just suspended the magnet only, but it aligns itself. Aligns means it is arranging in the direction of north-south direction. It is arranging in the north-south direction itself. So it aligns in north-south direction. It aligns in north-south direction. This property is called as, this is very, very important. This property is called as directional property. This property is called as directional property. It is very, very, very important property of the magnet. So what is the directional property of the magnet? When a bar magnet is suspended freely, you have tied a thread and suspended freely and you are holding like this. So if red part is in this side, it will not stay in this it will not stay in this position. It will automatically turns, and this red part will always points towards in this direction. So it always, this particular magnet, if you suspend the magnet, it always aligns in this direction. Like red is pointing towards this side and blue color point is pointing towards this side. It doesn't aligns like this. It always aligns like this. So this is here the north pole, the pole, one end is always pointing towards only one particular direction. So the pole, that means the end which is pointing towards north is called north pole. The end which is pointing towards the south is called south pole. So what is directional property? When a magnet is suspended freely, it aligns in north-south direction. This is the north. What are the directions I have mentioned initially? East, you have to face towards east. Then your left hand side indicates north, right hand side indicates south, and opposite to the east, west. East, west, north, south. So if you suspend magnet, it will not stay like this. It is east, it is west. It will not stay like this. If you suspend the magnet freely, it will not stay like this. It will be in this position only always. So this is the directional property. It always arranges in the direction of north-south direction. It always arranges in the direction of north-south direction. This property of the magnet is called as directional property. This property of the magnet is called as directional property. So this is very important one. Directional property. So pause the video and write the definition of this directional property. Pause the video and write the definition of this. So you can make the notes. So whatever I was writing, whatever I was giving the notes on the board, just make a notes in your rough notes. Okay. So what is directional property? When a magnet is suspended freely, it aligns in north-south direction. This is north, south, east, west. That property is called as directional property. So this property is used in making magnetic compass. Magnetic compass. So what is magnetic compass? This directional property is used for making magnetic compass. Magnetic compass. So this directional property is used for making magnetic compass. So whenever you went to a jungle, so for example, you went on a picnic. So if you are missed in that some particular area in a jungle, let's assume that you are missed in a jungle. So how can you know the directions? How can you know? So how can you can identify whether which is north or which is south? If it is sun is there, no problem. So if it is in the night time, how can you identify the directions? How can you identify the directions? So the magnetic compass will helps to know the directions. The magnetic compass will helps to know the directions. So magnetic compass will consist of magnetic compass looks like this. Just observe here, a needle will be there, a needle is there inside the magnetic compass. A needle is there inside the magnetic compass. It is a magnetized needle. So magnetic compass is a small box consisting of magnetized needle. So magnetic compass is a small circular box, or it can be available in the different shapes also. So it is a circular box covered with glass, and it consists of a needle. So one end will be red and another end will be uncolored here. So if you observe the needle, half of the needle is colored with red. What this indicates? This is a magnetized needle. This is not a normal needle. It is a magnetized needle. It is a magnetized needle. Magnetized needle. Magnetized needle means, so this needle will act as a magnet. This is a small magnet. This needle acts as a small magnet. So magnetic compass is a small box having magnetized needle with a glass covered on it. There is a glass here. There is a glass covering with there. So in order to avoid the air, in order to avoid disturbance of the air, there is a glass will be provided for the magnetic compass. So what is a magnetic compass? So magnetic compass is a device Magnetic compass is a device used to know the directions. So how the magnetic compass looks like? Magnetic compass is a small box. Magnetic compass is a small box consists of magnetized needle. Magnetized needle means it is a needle. It is a very sharp small needle, but it acts as a magnet. Magnetized needle with glass covering. With a glass covering. So here the magnetized needle is there. So that needle is suspended freely. That needle is arranged on a small point. It can freely rotate. So what happens? This red side will always point towards north. So this needle is freely suspended. Freely suspended means it can rotate without any disturbance, without any objections. It can rotate freely. The magnetized needle is placed inside the compass in such a way it can rotate freely. It is suspended freely. Inside the compass, magnetized needle is suspended freely. Pivoted means arranged, or you can the magnetized needle is pivoted inside the magnetic compass, is pivoted freely. Magnetic needle is pivoted freely. Pivoted freely means it is arranged. This particular needle, the needle in the compass is arranged in such a way that it can rotate freely. It is not rigidly fixed. That particular needle can rotate freely. So if you keep the magnet in a free position, what will happen? It shows the north and south directions. In such a way, magnetic compass will help to know the directions, to know the geometrical directions, to know the geographical directions. So the directional property will help for making magnetic compasses. Directional property of the magnet is utilized in making magnetic compass. So let us understand the attraction and repulsion. Let us understand the attraction and repulsion between the magnets. So consider two bar magnets. So I have considered two bar magnets. So here I have considered two bar magnets. The red colored part is north pole and the blue colored part is south pole. So let us place these two bar magnets on a plane surface. Here this blue colored part is south pole and red colored part is north pole. So if I have placed north and north poles in the same directions, you can observe the repulsion. So if I will bring one of the bar magnet close to another one. Let us see what happens. So did you observe? It is moving. So what was happening? The bar magnet is moving. So you can also observe, you may be observed while playing magnets, you may be observed these repulsions. So when north and north poles are there, the magnets will get repelled. Similarly, when south and south poles are there, the magnets will be repulsion. The magnets will undergo repulsion. For example, so this is south pole and I will bring north pole close to the south pole. What will happen? it will attract. If you bring, this is blue colored part is south pole and red colored part is north pole. If you bring north pole to the south pole, what will happen? It will attract. So similarly, north pole is there. Now I have taken north pole. If you bring south pole near to the north pole, what will happen? Again it will attract. If it is south and south, it undergoes repulsion. If it is south and south, undergoes repulsion. If it is north and north, then also it will undergoes a repulsion. So here I have considered two bar magnets. So I have placed north and north poles near to each other. So what you have observed? You have observed repulsion. These two magnets will move like this. So you have observed repulsion. So if you place south and south poles near to each other, what will happen? What you will observe? Again you will observe repulsions. So these are the two cases. When you keep north and north poles in the same side, undergoes repulsion. So in this case, these two magnets will undergo repulsion. So when they are attracting, if you keep south pole near to the north pole, if you keep south pole near to the north pole, then this magnet will attract. These two magnets will attract each other. If you keep north pole near to the south pole, if you keep north pole near to the south pole, what will happen again? See, these are the two cases where you can observe the attraction. So what you have observed, if it is north and north, it undergoes repulsion. If it is south and south, same poles are, we can call these as like poles. If the poles are same, we can call these as like poles. Like poles are repel and unlike poles will attract. Like poles are repelled and unlike poles will attract. So for a magnet, this is important one. The important property is like poles will repel and unlike poles will attract. So south and south poles, north and north poles are like poles. If it is north and north, they will undergo repulsion. If it is south and south, they will undergo repulsion. So if it is unlike poles means north and south or south or north. So unlike poles attract each other, like poles repel each other. So this is the one of the property of the bar magnets. This is the one of the properties of the magnets. Like poles will repel each other and unlike poles attract each other. So let us learn about another concept. So let us consider a bar magnet. Here I have considered a bar magnet. So bar magnet is having two poles. One is north pole and another one is south pole. I have considered a north pole and south pole. So tie a thread to it. And hold here. So this is, let's say this is your hand. So you are holding the magnet through the thread. You have tied a thread to the magnet and hold like this. So and place a magnet, another magnet here. So if you place the magnet like this, like if you place the north pole is in this side and let us take north pole is at this side and south pole is at this side. So what happens? This will arrange, this magnet will arrange such that it will rotate. This suspended magnet will rotate in such a way, this side will becomes, north will comes to this side and south pole will comes to this side. So a rotation will be observed. Why? Because north will attract south. So in such a way, this suspended magnet will be arranged. If you again rotate this magnet, again you have reversed these poles. That means you have kept south in this side and north in this side. What will happen? Again the suspended magnet will also rotate. Suspended magnet will rotate itself. You have rotated this magnet and it will automatically rotate. So you have suspended the magnet, bar magnet, near to the another magnet. So what you have observed, if you reverse this magnet is also reversed. So what is the conclusion from this experiment is, you are suspending, for example, whenever you are suspending a bar magnet freely, one end, that is this north pole, is pointing towards north. This south pole is pointing towards south. Why? Because the earth is behaving like a magnet. The earth is a big magnet. The earth is a big magnet. So in that earth magnet, so earth is behaving like a magnet. This particular earth is a magnet, and this is the, what are the directions of the earth? This is the geographical north, and this is the geographical south. So this is geographical south and this is geographical north. So for us, this is the north side and this is